And welcome to Conquests of the Longbow. I've had this game on my list for a while now, but I've been putting it off for whatever reason. Well, today's the day. It's time to play this finally. It's an adventure game, it's about Robin Hood, it's from the early 90s, that's really all I know about it. I've kept myself kind of in the dark about this whole thing. I will say, I am recording this after I have already recorded the rest of the video, which is never how it normally works. I'm putting this in just to warn you, you are about to hear a soulful white boy sing about Robin Hood for upwards of 2 minutes. Beware of that. I'll see you in a minute or two. We'll be in the game proper when we next speak, and I'll be from the past. Does that make any sense? Whatever. And we're in the game. It's Robin Hood, everybody. Look at him walk around. That was quite a long intro, but I enjoyed it thoroughly.
90 oaths did King Richard swear at this base treachery. They bound him like a roaring lion to face his enemy.
Full transparency, I wasn't 100% sure about recording just today. I had the choice of a few games, and I went, maybe I'll load this one up. It's been on my list for a while. And that intro has really spurred me on. I feel so enthusiastic now. You may have noticed this is quite an old point-and-click adventure. I'm not 100% sure of how to control this. I have the manual up on the other screen, so I'll be referring back to that as necessary. It's a very pretty manual as well. I might show you pages from it as we go through. I can right-click and it changes my icon. That's the first thing we need to know. I can look at things. Here I am. I'm assuming that's what Robin of Hood is what I was about to call him. Sure, that's what his voice sounds like. Isn't he kind of a noble? I'm not really sure about the story of Robin Hood. We'll get into all of this as we play. Conquests of the Longbow, The Legend of Robin Hood, is a point-and-click adventure game from 1991. It was developed and published by Sierra, then known as Sierra Online, for MS-DOS, the Mac, and the Amiga. Sierra are unbelievably huge if you're an aging nerd, and yet I don't really know much about them. They were founded as online systems in 1979 by legendary designer-programmer duo Roberta and Ken Williams. Online Systems is a truly terrible name, and they quickly added a Sierra to the front, so it stopped sounding like an accounting firm. In 1984, after weathering the video game crash and getting a deal from IBM, they released King's Quest, Quest for the Crown, written and designed by Roberta. If you know anything about adventure games, you'll know how massive that series became. It's arguably the single most famous and influential series in the genre. Over the next few years, they focused on graphic adventure titles, releasing more King's Quest games, as well as Space Quest, Police Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, and Phantasmagoria. That last one is the only Sierra game I've played until this. As the market for these games dried up, they shifted from making games to mainly being a publisher, releasing games like Half-Life 1, You Don't Know Jack, and The Hobbit. They were merged into Vivendi Games in 1996, who got merged into Activision, who got merged into Microsoft. In all this merging and rearranging, Sierra was basically lost. Their website started redirecting to Activision, and the branding was dropped. The name was resurrected more recently with an episodic reboot of King's Quest in 2015, but it seems fully dead again now. The Sierra.com domain links to a chain of discount shops, and Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard just wheel out the logo sometimes to sell re-releases. The Williams retired from game development in 1999, but have recently returned with a remake of 1977's Colossal Cave adventure and a rumoured new game called The Secret. I doubt it's based off the Oprah thing. At least I hope it's not. I don't know what this is. A nail? I have no idea what I've just picked up. Can I check my inventory? I don't know how. Oh, tab checks inventory. With this horn, I can summon my men in time of need. This chest contains my own small store of money. Whatever else I gain from lightening the overfilled purse of a rich man is turned over to Friar Tuck, who serves as our trusted treasurer. I don't know if I'd trust a priest with money, or with much else. But maybe Friar Tuck's lovely. I'll count my monies as I empty the chest. You didn't count it before? There's something about silver in a purse that makes a day seem brighter. I don't know how much money I just got. My score went up. It's odd that this has a score. He who talks too much thinks too little. I spend my days talking to myself for multiple hours on YouTube. You can draw your own conclusions from that. It is kind of Tuck to see that my fire is kept lit and my cave warm. People are going to call me like a degenerate goblin for what I'm about to say. I think this looks lovely. I'd love to live in a cave if it was this nice. Most caves are not. They're very dank experiences, and not in the 2010s meme way. I think this is everything, unless I want to go to sleep. I've made a bed of lashed wood and leather, with a fur covering for cold nights. You are in England, so I imagine it does get pretty miserable in the winter. I've been to Nottingham. I've only just remembered that. I've been here. Morning. We've all broken our fasts, but mayhap Tuck will share some of his fish with you. I'm not allowed to interact with anything right now. They're going about their business. You're the singer in the opening, I assume, and that's Friar Tuck. Our bard, a lad of lively wit and golden voice. A Lanadale. I know none of these characters. I don't really know anything about Robin Hood. This will kind of be an introduction to me because, as far as I know, this game is extremely well researched. I've seen the Kevin Costner film, but that's worse than nothing.
Pardon me, I'm just working on a song in honor of Tuck's fine cooking, and I need to concentrate.
Fair enough. Are you going to give me some fish?
We must hope for a rich abbot or greedy baron to come along and replenish our treasury. Then you'd better spend some time on the overlook, watching the road, for you know John will tire of it soon enough.
You're not going to give me fish or anything?
Domine diriginos.
I don't know if that's where he's meant to be from. I also don't speak Latin, so I have no idea what you just said. Maybe it was "don't bother me, you blonde idiot." Oh, I'm out in the wilderness. I guess it is an adventure game. We're adventuring. We're out in the wilderness now. I thought for a brief, horrible second that I was going to have to do some arcade shooting. Go this way. Why'd you just have your bow out? Put it over your shoulder or something. Oh, God, it's a little man! Oh, Jesus! Huh. We'll ignore that for now. Maybe we've just gone mad from hunger. I don't know how to leave. Oh, I've got up. Oh, this might require a map. Hello, Master Hood. A glorious day for the bow. I've set the garlands for practice. Come and join us. This new lad here is Simon, and he is yet to see a sample of your skills. He's a good man, Will is. That's William Scarlett. I think he was played by Christian Slater in the film, which would make us Kevin Costner. Oh, that's a fate worse than death.
Tell me, what brings you to the forest, young Simon? I shot a rabbit and took it to my family for supper. I was going to make a pouch from the skin, but a forester saw it drying and saw the mark of the arrow in it. He wanted a bribe to pretend he hadn't noticed, but I was so angry I knocked him down. I was declared an outlaw the very same day, and my father bade me come to you and serve you.
It was your father's idea?
Nay, it was mine. I would have come at once, but I was afraid for my family. I wouldn't leave until my father ordered me to go.
Well, are we?
Aye, a couple of men are keeping an eye upon the lad's parents.
Good. Then I will make you welcome, Simon. If you can spear a rabbit with an arrow, you'll be a useful man indeed. I'll try, sir. Truly I will.
I've given Simon a voice that makes me instantly hate him, which might not be the intention of the game. Do you want to do anything, Will?
It's a fine day for shooting.
Can I shoot things? Is this like a target? Shoot it. Oh God. Oh no. Okay, hang on.
Methinks this would be a good day to wager against you. Your shooting is terrible.
I've no need to shoot at that. Shoot at this. Shoot again. I don't know. I'll collect what I fired before I leave. Try it again. We need to get our aim up, probably. Maybe we aim the tip of the arrow? It's better. What about you? Do I have to collect this again? Do I only have one arrow? Oh, God. Oh, and I think there's a wind marker. Oh, Jesus, I've gone the wrong way. Okay, this is all a bit of a mess. It's like playing London 2012, the official game of the Olympic Games. It's not really like that at all, but I'll pretend it is. Oh God, I don't know if I should be getting lost in the woods. That's famously bad, even if you are Robin of Hood. I wonder if I can make him run, or if it's just going to be this unhurried shuffle throughout most of the game. Oh, they've gone. Maybe they're dead. They might not be dead. Maybe they've gone hunting for delicious stew ingredients. I don't know, what do you put in a stew? A rabbit? You can find a rabbit around here. A delicious carrot. I don't eat meat. Oh, we're back.
You've wasted no time devouring that fish, I see. I find that a full belly greatly improves the magnitude of my praise and gives me one more thing to give thanks for.
Please don't stop watching because of the voices. I recognise that's always a risk. We should go up to the overlook and find John. That's what he said. God only knows where John is and where this overlook is. It's always an odd experience when you play a game where there's already established relationships and maps that you're meant to know, because it kind of makes you feel like an amnesiac. Robin's taken a real hefty blow to the head recently and doesn't really know where he is or what he's doing anymore.
Robin, you've been wandering around in the woods for a while now. You okay? Robin, you were just here.
Oh, I can go up this way. There we go. No, this is back where I just was. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Robin, maybe you should lie down.
Conquests of the Longbow is technically a sequel. It's the second and final part of the Conquests series, the first one being The Search for the Grail from 1990. I'm playing this one because frankly it looks significantly nicer despite only being released a year later. The Grail one looks like this. Both games were designed and directed by Christy Marks, who's famous for being the head writer on a collection of 80s and 90s cartoons like Jem and the Holograms, Conan the Adventurer, and Hypernauts. She's also written for several comic books and video games. The Conquests games were her first. This seems to have been a passion project for Marks. The manual she wrote contains a robust bibliography and includes her own essays on the history of the Robin Hood legends and British history in general. According to a 2016 interview, she said, "I did a great deal of research into outlaws of the time period, as well as researching the ballads and other versions of the stories that we know as the Robin Hood tales today. I even purchased a book that reproduced maps of all the shires in England from that time period." I don't know where she's from, I'm sorry. Oh, this is new. We're in the woods. Oh, and there's some delicious berries. Maybe I should collect some berries.
The bushes are full of thorns and the berries are not quite ripe enough to pick.
Oh, but blackberries are one of the very few fruits I enjoy. It's another thing that people get annoyed when I talk about. My opinion on fruits is that they're basically sweets and I don't like them. Because I don't really like sweets. A strawberry is basically just Werther's Original, but for hippies. I'd rather have the strawberry, but I wouldn't choose one at a shop. Blackberries are one of the few exceptions, though. Is there a delicious mango growing in this English forest? Are we going to mention that little man who ran past us earlier?
Sherwood is lovely this time of year.
I will say it is quite nice. I don't know necessarily what's an eggs and what isn't. I'm guessing anything that doesn't have a border around it, possibly. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh no, I'm back here! But I just came from another place! Is this a Lovecraft game, secretly? I'm gonna be lost in these woods forever and nothing will quite match up. Yeah, we'd all watch Robin Hood fight Cthulhu. What if I go down from here? This is also new. I don't know if I feel positive about this or not. Wait, no, this isn't new. This is back. I think if we go back down here, we're back at the camp, right? There's a little man again! No? Well, where the hell am I now? Oh, God. I believe this is identical to one of the other screens, but there's way more blackberries around. So maybe go this way. I don't know. I think we've been here. Unless they're repeating squares, which would be very annoying. I'm looking for an overlook, by the way. I don't even really know what they mean by that. Don't leave me alone in the woods. I may never come out. This is definitely familiar. It's the tree that looks like it has white goo on it. Oh, for Christ's sake, now Friar Tuck's gone. Are they getting picked off by Slender Man? Am I meant to be finding pages? What the hell is going on? Can I go down this way? Maybe I'm not meant to go in the woods at all right now. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's more woods! Broadly speaking, I should have expected a lot of woods-based action in a Robin Hood game. Where am I? Everywhere looks the same. This is new. I can't imagine I'm keeping all of this in. In my benevolence, I've cut most of this for you. I've been wandering around for about 20 minutes, it feels. Some white berries. Okay, do you want to take some white berries?
There's nothing I need to take from the druid tree.
Could you talk to the druid tree? I recognise that sounds insane, but we've already seen Little Pixie Boys.
A druid tree doesn't answer to mere mortal speech.
I might need a map. I might need to actually look up a map online. The game hasn't really even begun yet. It's just more woods. It simply doesn't end. Oh God, there's a map. I haven't looked at this once. I didn't know there was a map. This is probably Nottingham. This is probably our camp. Oh, Jesus Christ, maybe it isn't. What the hell is this?
This is the most ancient and sacred oak of the forest. This is a sacred oak. I'll not take bark, branch, or leaf from this tree.
Shoot it? Okay, you'll do the— Oh my God!
Rootless fleshling vermin, how dare you treat me like some common tree? Sink deep roots, drink of sun and rain, and never be a man again.
I haven't saved, so see you in a second. Oh, I'm broadly back, and I've saved. he hasn't been disappeared yet. And also, I noticed on this round that John seemed to go off in this direction. If this is a direction I can go. Oh god, this is back in the woods. Hang on, I'm looking at the manual to see if there's anything in there. I also have a hint book, which came with the release, so let me check this out. I was broadly correct. It says go west 3 forest scenes. This is in the manual. Oh, it's a little man! Everybody shush for the little man. This was also the case in a game called The Feeble Files, which I played recently. They recognise that the game is a little obtuse, to put it mildly, and so they give you a very basic walkthrough for the first 10 minutes of the game. It's a little man again! Sorry, I'll stop pointing it out every time. Keep going west, due west. Keep going west. If this doesn't bring me to Little John, I'm going to explode. Aye! This is definitely new. This is a street. And there's Little John.
Glad you decided to come. I saw a sheriff's man head way up the road back.
That was not a sentence.
I'm also having a stroke, Robin. I've a mind to go around to the widow's cottage and say hello to her sons before they leave for Nottingham again.
Is that a euphemism? Are you going to sleep with the widow?
You know what I mean. Say hello to her sons. You might want to stay and watch for the fellow to return, in case he's up to any mischief. I'm gonna go play with her nephews, if you know what I mean.
Thanks for the warning. Mayhap I'll stop by and see the widow myself later on. She's only got so much energy, Robin.
She'd like that. So would the boys. Until later, then.
This is probably meant to be very innocent, but I honestly cannot read it as such.
You know how lonely our boys get.
Do we just literally stay and watch? There's no one on Watling Street now. Oh, there's one. The peasant woman looks frightened. She's being pursued by one of the sheriff's men. Kill him. Oh, God! Leave her alone! Stand fast!
Move aside, I say, in the name of the sheriff in Nottingham.
Nay, please! I've done nothing wrong! Don't let him take me, please!
Release the woman!
She's my prisoner. Step aside, I say.
Kill him. Oh, God!
Oh, bless you, sir! To whom do I owe my salvation?
I don't know if I should have killed him. You've surely heard the name of Robin Hood.
Then it's true what they say of you. I shall be forever grateful. You probably could have talked him down. I'm a little bit covered in arterial spray. How am I going to clean this off then? I'm just a poor woman. I can't afford no dares.
What shall we do with this worthless carrion?
God, you're all well up for it, aren't you?
I care not. Drag him away for the wolves and the ravens.
I think that's how you get diseases, but it's probably fine as a one-off. It's how I want to go.
Bless you and all your men. I must go now.
Bye. I'm not going to shoot her. I've already had too much blood. Well, I suppose there's no changing the past. We'll just go, I guess. I'm not sure where to go. I guess we said we were going to see the widow, right? Maybe this is the olive euphemism for drugs. Like how Chase the Dragon is used for heroin. Gonna go see the widow and her boys. That might be crack? I don't know when crack was invented. I'm going to assume it's after the 1100s when I believe this game is set. Oh god, I'm on the endless road again. This is already a nightmare. Where's the widow's house? Is this the widow's house? I don't know what this is. The shadowy man. Ah, it's the good widow and her 3 fine sons, Hal, Hob and Dickon. Couldn't think of a third H name. Henry was right there.
Mother, it's Robin Hood. 'Tis good to see you again. If that tuck sent you to bother about the wool.
Nay, he said nothing about it.
Good. I told him I would have it soon enough. We're going to town today, master, if there's anything you need.
I think not today, lads, but be careful if the sheriff ever suspects you of helping the outlaws of Sherwood.
No, he'll never catch us. We'll listen around and hear all kinds of things. Dickon, you heed the man. He's wiser than you. Oh, Mum, don't worry. We'll keep the whelp under control.
Fear not, Dickon. If ever I need a spy, I'll think of you. I've made a mistake here in that I don't want to do that voice very much more, but I guess I'll speak to the sheep. That's a mean-looking old ewe. It's adorable. It's one of the cutest things I've ever seen, and it's only like 4 pixels high. I love it.
It's about time someone asked my opinion around here. First off, this business with the wool. I mean, just as I've grown it all back, whoosh, off it gets shaved again. Not the least consideration for how I feel, but it gets worse. If I make the tiniest protest, that big brute Hal threatens to make mutton stew out of me. Fair frightens me out of my wits, he does.
Hal, how would you feel about being gelded? Because if you're mean to the sheep again, that's what'll happen. Maybe I can shoot Hal. Now the problem there is that I don't remember which one is Hal. It seems like Christy Marks and her development team were given a huge amount of creative freedom. When Peter and I first met Ken and Roberta... I can't keep doing that voice. When Peter and I first met with Ken and Roberta, they were interested in having a King Arthur game. That appealed to us, so we agreed to do it. After that, we were left entirely alone to come up with the game. When asked about what working at Sierra in the 90s was like, she said, "It was like being on the frontier during the Wild West. Nobody really knew what they were doing. Sierra felt like a delightful, creative maelstrom that somehow came together and worked." According to Christie, she was actually working on a story about ancient Greek myths, but Sierra wanted to cash in on the wave of Robin Hood hype that was inexplicably happening in the early 90s. There were about 3 Robin Hood movie projects in development at the time, so Roberta dropped a couple of heavy hints about wanting a Robin Hood game. That was fine with me, so I agreed, but after that I was left entirely alone to create the game. Christie ended up doing more games in the 2000s, like working as a narrative designer at social media game development behemoth Zynga, who you might know from things like Farmville and Words with Friends, and contributing to 2011's The Lord of the Rings War in the North, a shockingly mediocre game.
I've a mind to have a word or two with that friar of yours. He's rather fond of food for a holy man.
Indeed, his girth is nearly the match of his piety. He's not that big. I guess this is different standards.
Was there something else you wanted?
Nay, I simply take pleasure in watching your skill with the wheel.
Are you a pervert? The merchants say the Saturday fair coming will be the biggest fair yet. I'm not afraid of no sheriff's men. If they grab me, I'll Dickon. Oh, Mum. We'll be in town often, so if you think of anything you need doing, you just let us know.
Can I go into your house, just messing stuff up like a cat? Oh God, what just happened? Each night after supper, as is our custom, we gather to speak of the day's events. Fill my mug again, Tuck.
As you wish, but what ails you? I've never seen you so deep in your cups.
Why, 'tis the ale that ails him, but ails well that ends well, and...
Stop blithering, Ellen. I too wonder what troubles you, Robin.
A strange melancholy came upon me tonight unbidden. It's probably because I took a man's life earlier, but no, that can't be it.
Perhaps an enemy has cast a spell on you. Shrive him, Tuck quickly in case he should die in his sleep.
I barely parsed that sentence.
Fire, Will Scarlet. Can't you find a way to cheer a man rather than frighten him?
I am drinking heavy. I know full well the nature of this melancholy, for we all feel it from time to time. 'Tis that we're outlaws, forced away from kith and kin, living as we can in the forest. Knowing death waits in an arrow's flight, or worse yet, a rope's bite.
A short life, but a merry one. That's the way of it.
Aye, but don't you dream of living as a free man, able to walk in town without fear, to love a woman, knowing you could stay beyond morn?
No.
Ah, there's the nub of the matter. You need a good woman, Robin. I know this lass with huge tracts of land.
Hey! I say that line probably once a week, to the annoyance of everybody I know.
Ellen, you said I could meet her.
I don't know who this man is. Was that Will? Then I drink to your good fortune, Much. As for me, oh, that's Much. I don't know what Much's voice should be. I don't think we've spoken yet. I'm off to bed. Now, which way is it? I don't know if I've seen somebody drink that hard, Robin.
Good night, lads. I'll assist Master Hood to his bed, and see you on the morrow. For shame, Robin. Already deep in a drunken slumber. Well, it's not my job to play nursemaid. I've delivered you to bed, and that's the end of it.
Cast adrift, floating, a song upon the wind that rustles through leaves, calling me onwards, something or other that I didn't get to read. It's a dancing woman. A woman as graceful as the willows which surround her, swaying to the music in the wind. This game came out in 91. The animations are beautiful. Look at how good that looks.
She's gone. But there's something here. A glittering green stone where she stood. Some sort of fey folk excretion, I assume. The willows. I hear them whisper her name. Marian. Marian. Come back, Marian. Come back to me. Marian? I barely even know Ian. How my head aches. By the blessed lady, I swear I'll never seek to drown my melancholy in a cup again. Ah, my poor back. I must speak to little John about leaving me to lie on my quiver all night. But that dream, that woman, and what is this, clenched in mine own hand? Is that half of a heart? The emerald! Now I can see its shape, half a heart. Maybe I still dream. Nay, not with this pounding in my head. I must be well and truly awake. Somehow, I must find this Marian and learn the meaning of the emerald, and see if she as beautiful as is dreamed.
I've also found an option to speed him up. Oh, it's all coming up Millhouse now. Crank the speed up. What happens if I lower the detail all the way down? It looks exactly the same.
Oh, so you live after all. Morning's nearly gone and we'd about given you up for dead.
For all the tender care you showed me last night, I might well have been.
You're the one who passed out.
You look a bit worse for wear, but you have an odd light in your eyes. I had a dream, Tuck. Could you not speak as much, just for the audience?
Not to wonder, inspired by such mighty draughts of grog as you consumed.
We're drinking grog? Jesus.
Let him tell it, Alan. Do your ears never tire your wagging tongue?
There was a woman with raven hair and a dress that moved like a white flame. I've never seen such a beautiful maid.
Why, I've dreams like that all the time. Did I tell you the one I had about the 3 red-haired girls who...
Hush, Alan. This is no jest to me. She danced in a willow grove. Then she disappeared. The willows whispered the name Marian. Where she had stood, I saw an emerald. I bent to pick it up and I awoke.
That's a pretty enough dream. But what of it, Robin? It's only a dream.
Then explain you this. By my troth, a real emerald. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm drunk too. What do you say now?
I say you should have more dreams like this and we'd all be rich.
This dream has come to me for a purpose. I'll meet this maiden today. I'm sure of it.
Robin, I'm glad you're finally up. I've just gotten an urgent message from a friend in town. There's a man who's helped us many times with information, a cobbler by the name of Lob. He sent word that he must speak to you, and he wishes you to seek him out in Nottingham.
Let him come to the forest if the matter's so urgent.
I know of this Lob. He's a good man. If he asks you to come to him, there must be a reason. But that's not all. First, he said it concerns the fate of King Richard.
What does he mean? If he has news of our king...
I only know what my friend told me. And secondly, that Lob demands you bring a lady's slipper to prove your identity.
What? Am I known for this sort of thing, Robin?
A lady's slipper?
What an odd request.
Why, there's nothing to it, Robin. Have a few more grogs and dream one up.
Little John, would you take yonder pup and dunk him in the stream for me?
Nay, nay. I'll desist. I give my word.
What do you advise, Will?
That you go to this Lob as he asks.
But even if Robin had a slipper, he cannot walk into Nottingham without being hanged upon the spot. Natheless, I must find a way. Let me think upon it.
As you will, master. We all have tasks of our own, but we think you upon it as well.
You're the treasurer. What do you have to do so urgently? We don't have any money. Whatever. Fine. Well, I'm not really sure what to do now. We told them about the dream, which is all well and good, but where do we go? Oh, I'm such a proponent of this kind of gameplay, but it is frustrating for a YouTube video. I love Morrowind. Morrowind's one of my favourite games. I like it when there's no quest markers hovering above the compass. But this is a little vague. At least I can move quickly now. I have 5 pennies, 19 halfpennies, and 26 farthings. I have no idea what that's worth, especially not in 1100s. I don't know what any of these were in the 70s. I think it was the very early 70s that they switched over to normal money, decimalisation. No idea what a farthing is. Off we go, I suppose. This might take me a while to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. Shoot some more if I wanted to. I don't know if I do want to. Last time I shot something, I killed someone, and the time before that, it killed me. I can't be meant to just wander around in the woods. There's no way they would make me do this. But I'm out of hints. The walkthrough in the manual went up to just before I shot that man. Really wasn't much. It was just to get you started. I'm on my own here. How'd I end up here? This is where I saw her in the dream, isn't it?
Such is the power of this grove, I feel compelled to lay down my weapons before I enter.
I don't know about this. Okay, well, I can't do anything there. I'm still in the woods. I have been to Nottingham once for like 3 days, and I thought it was very lovely, but I didn't see any woods. I'm assuming Nottingham Forest is still a thing. I don't know if they're like Ireland where they just cut everything down and killed all the landscape. It was pretty. I liked Nottingham, but it was very studenty. I believe they have a university there, and you could tell it was kind of a hipster university town. When I was there was a couple of protests happening on some rainy streets. There was lots of very expensive hipster-looking pastry shops. Oh my, what the hell is that? Oh, it's just a tree. I thought it was a skinned deer hanging as a warning. This forest is my only refuge. Okay, enough with the brooding. Keep moving. There was going to be a CD version of this game released that included full voice acting, which would have made my recording session significantly easier. This never ended up being released, although apparently there's a demo floating around somewhere that shows it off. According to forum user Unknown, I assume the site has updated and ruined some functionality here.
I have had a hint book that talked about the upcoming talkie version of Robin Hood. I even saw the CD talkie version advertised in some computer game seller ad in an old magazine.
I can only assume they were expecting this to be a much bigger hit than it was. I'm tempted to blame Kevin Costner for ruining the appetite for Robin Hood, but then I'm always tempted to blame Kevin Costner. These trees look horrible. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Help me! Help!
'Tis her! The woman I dreamt of! This is an amazing stroke of luck. Kill him! I really need to stop killing people. It's my first inclination.
Thank you, bold outlaw. Another boon I would ask of you. You have but to name it. Take my shoe. I must find your leader, the one called Robin of Hood.
You need seek no further. I am Robin of Hood.
Then you are all I had hoped you would be. Dreamy. I came to see and judge you, for I must decide if you are a man we can trust. And since you, with no real evidence of what was happening, shot a man dead in front of me, you must be. This slipper is your first reward. There may be other rewards if you are wise enough to earn them.
That is such a strange thing to do, Marian. That's really weird. What do you want me to do, like go huff it in the bushes?
My enemies must have seen me enter the forest. I must go. Thank you again for my life.
I'm gonna have to take care of this body. Should we even bury it?
She rides swiftly away before I could ask anything about my dream. But we'll meet again, my lovely Marian, for I have many a sweet reward in mind.
You friendly. Take the shoe. Look at it first. Could be poisonous.
'Tis Marian's slipper.
I don't really think of a slipper as something you wear outside, but it was the past. They didn't really have things like arch support. Alright, we got points for picking up the shoe. I don't know how much of that wandering around in the woods I cut out, by the way, but it was a few minutes. I'm surprised it wasn't longer. I feel like if I had chosen differently, that could have gone on for an hour.
Marian's slipper is made of fine, soft leather.
You're very fixated on this shoe.
He is beyond a doubt demised.
Loot him.
The robe is no use to me, covered with blood as it is. I'd only arouse suspicion and questions if I were to wear it.
Oh yeah, we might need a disguise.
'Tis odd that he carries no pouch, but I can find nothing of value upon him.
I hate to bring it up, but have you checked the prison pocket?
I'll not touch the cursed thing that dared to strike my beauteous Marian.
You're already in deep with Marian, aren't you? You don't know this woman. That's all that sorted.
Oh, the rest of the day seemed empty indeed without Marian in it. I was glad for nightfall, and my men listened with interest to all I had to tell of the lady. It is my way to share knowledge freely with my men, that they may advise me better when action must be taken. I see you've wisely refrained from filling your mug with more than once this eve. Aye, too much grog is like sleeping with one's head beneath a smith's anvil.
No more wish for dreams then, master.
Don't call me master. I thought we were meant to be a kind of democratic here, but I guess not.
What need have I for dreams when I've seen the dream herself in the flesh? I must learn more about her.
Women can wait. There's lob to deal with.
Aye, yet somehow the two are linked. You dare not show your face within the walls dressed as an outlaw? Still, I must find a way. We shall see what the morrow brings.
All right, lovely. We just had a lovely sleep, and we're full of pep, full of beans. Oh, I can't get over how nice this cave looks. In Nottingham now, I'm going to assume this would go for like $5,000 a month. Look how huge it is. You could put a loft in here if you wanted. Everyone's gone already? They didn't even wait for me to wake up? That's honestly rude. If you're going to insist on calling me master, you could at least include me on your activities for the day. Maybe nobody actually likes Robin. They're just doing it because he's a lord. I think. I can't remember if he's a lord. I think it may be in some stories he's the lord. I did notice the manual has quite a lot of history and backstory on Robin of Sherwood and this whole world and this whole myth, which is interesting. I might actually genuinely read that later. It seems very good. The hint guide is 72 pages long, and a good 10 or 12 pages of that seems to be behind the scenes about the game and why she decided to make it and how she researched it and stuff like that. It seems genuinely really interesting. There's a bibliography, for Christ's sake. Once again, I'm bereft of clues, so maybe we'll go see the widow and her boys again.
There's a new strain in the widow's face. I fear she worries about her sons. Have they not come back yet?
Ooh, they might be gone.
Begging your pardon, Robin, but I'd best keep my mind on what I'm doing.
That's absolutely fine. I'm sorry that your sons are dead, because they definitely are. The magical tree? Probably not the magical tree right now. This magical tree that ate me last time, probably not going to do anything with that either. Probably shouldn't go there outside of being disguised. This is some sort of castle. Oh my god, I walked all the way here. Oh god, this is probably not where I need to be. Well, he's having a go. Oh, it's a horrible, mysterious castle in the swamp.
The fog grows ever thicker. It would be easy to become lost within. There's a thicket and marshy ground up ahead. I'll have to turn back.
This is probably for later. What about the overlook? I don't see anybody. I don't like going along the road to nowhere. It spooks me that it never ends. Oh, it just ended. Never mind. I'm literally just going to stand here for like a minute of real time and just to see if anything happens. Because it feels like the game would Oh my god!
A hunchback beggar lurches his way down Watling Street.
Hello, friend. Well met.
Merry morning to you. Where are you bound?
To Nottingham. I hear it prospers, and a beggar must follow the clink of coins, eh? Have you a bit of charity for a wretched hunchback, sir?
If you want to. Oh, give me your clothes.
I've known some beggars whose purses were heavier than mine.
Oh, he's one of those. It's all gangs. It's all organised. Never give money to beggars, right, Robin?
Alas, sir, not I. That's why I travelled to Nottingham, in hopes of changing me poor luck.
And if I demanded a toll of you to pass along this road?
Then I must turn back the way I came. But I've no food or water, and would suffer greatly. I'm poor pickings for a bold man such as you. Let me go my way.
You're not a small man. Your clothes would fit me well enough.
Yes, take his clothes. Oh, at least pay him for the clothes.
My rags? When you have that fine suit of Lincoln green?
I don't know, is that a shade? I've never heard this phrase.
You make a jest of my lot, sir.
Not at all. Who takes notice of a beggar, eh? You can come and go as you please.
I think you're misunderstanding the life of a beggar.
Most of the time, I guess. You're very rich, aren't you?
Aye, a set of rags can cover many secrets. That's what I'm thinking.
Sir, I'm but a humble beggar. Whatever ye be thinking is above my wretched head.
Don't put yourself down. Punch Robin Hood in the face.
I'm thinking that you'll give me those rags you wear. Aye, even down to that false hump upon your back.
Oh!
They're all I have. How could I learn a living? What would I wear? You ask far too much for one with far too little.
I've got money. Don't I? Yeah, money for him. Money on beggar. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have to choose something? How much are rags worth? A penny? Give him a penny.
Much obliged, sir. Much obliged. May the Lord grant you a high seat in heaven.
Not so quickly, my friend. For my price, I want you to give me those clothes.
What? You really want these old rags? But what earthly use?
Worry not about my reasons. Will you be content with that money and an extra purse and a new set of clothes besides?
Sir, I would be more than content. For such a bargain you may have rags, hump and all. I'll even teach you a few tricks.
No need, friend beggar. I have enough tricks of my own. That money's a fake. It's made of wood. Oh, merry men, come and strip this homeless man. I don't want to touch him. Men, give this jolly fellow a new suit of clothes and a purse of pennies. Enough to see him well on his way back north. Can we afford that? A purse of pennies? I gave him 1 penny, and that was like quite a hefty chunk of my money.
North?
North.
Oh, of course, north, as you say.
Cheer up, my friend. I'll not set you on the road without comfort. Tuck, you'll blindfold him and lead him to our camp where he may have food and water for his journey. We're being horrible. I mean, sort of. We are giving him quite a lot of stuff, but still, we are strong-arming this man. Well, you're to take my own garb and weapons and put them into my cave. And now, friend beggar, let us change our clothes.
You make a fine beggar, Robin, as twisted and wretched as I've seen.
Thank ye kindly. See that our friend here receives all he was promised.
I'll see to it. Happy begging, master.
I hope I kept my shoe. Probably reeks. I mean, our clothes probably reeked as well as the problem. Hey, do we not have our bow or anything on us?
Ooh, we just have a shoe and some money. That's, okay.
I guess we'll go to Nottingham. We'll walk the streets mine own feet have trod. I don't know if that was grammatically correct, what I just said. I think Lob was the cobbler, if my memory is serving up, but honestly, my memory is becoming more and more worrying to me. Is every church named St. Mary's? I have 2 churches within walking distance of me that are called St. Mary's. So generic, come up with something cool. The game was very well received. A handful of publications named it one of the best games of the year, including Computer Gaming World, who called it the best graphic adventure since Sierra moved to the full point-and-click interface. There's no game rankings or Metacritic pages for this game, but it has a 7.8 on Moby Games and a 4.6 on GOG. But as already discussed, those people will rate anything highly. They eat nostalgia like a worm eats soil. Despite this, the game sold poorly, at least compared to other Sierra games of the time, and remains relatively unknown, but it seems to have become something of a cult classic, with multiple retrospective reviews, forums, and even a small Facebook community dedicated to it. In a 2011 review, Adventure Gamers called the writing top-notch, and said, although one of Sierra's lesser-known titles from that golden era of adventures, it remains a true classic and a must-have for every adventurer. Oh my god, this looks grim. Nottingham's changed. There is a little duck, though! Oh, and a cat, that's alright too. If you hurt that duck, I will tear off your tail. Judging from the bits of thread and needles stuck through her apron, I would say this woman is a tailor.
A woman? With a trade?
Fie! Don't you be coming to me unless you've got the money for a new suit of clothes hidden in them rags. I don't believe you've been patched so many times the cloth is gone, and not but the patches is left.
Oh, people are mean to beggars. Is this the cobbler? I don't know, there's no signs here. You look like you could be a cobbler. I must decide if I can trust this cobbler. He looks an honest enough fellow. If looks can be trusted. You're in a disguise. Don't be fooled by this disguise. I'm Robin Hood, and I've come as you asked. Are you addled, beggar? But I am Robin Hood. You sent for me. Poor man, what a strange delusion affects you. Give him the slipper. Shamble up to him and give him a shoe. What a fine slipper. You, for giving this? Indeed, by a vision of beauty named Marian. Shh. Never speak her name aloud here. Call her only the lady, if you must mention her at all. Please, come with me. You can take off the hump. Forgive my caution, but the sheriff has spies everywhere, and I need to be sure of you. You are the infamous Robin Hood. Your disguise is, interesting. It serves its purpose, but the sooner I'm rid of it, the better. I've risked much to come here, Lob. I'll speak swiftly and to the point. Though you've known as an outlaw, it's also said that you swear fealty to King Richard. As God is my witness, I am the king's loyal and devoted servant. I was unjustly outlawed through treachery. Those who abuse their high office with corruption and greed are mine enemies, not Richard the Lionheart. But what of the king? Have you news? Is he free yet?
That, alas, is why I've called for you. Good Queen Eleanor labours to raise the 100,000 gold marks that is the ransom fee, but has yet been unable to raise the full amount. Prince John implies all means of political betrayal, bribery, and outright theft to see that his brother is never released.
Shrivel his black soul.
To the abbot, Prince John is entrusting a treasure of 50,000 marks, which he has diverted away from the Queen and into his own pockets. This treasure will be sent from York, which means it must travel here along Watling Street, if it could be captured.
By the Virgin, it shall not leave Sherwood, except to be delivered to the Queen.
You may be the only man in all of England who can bring about the king's release.
Why do you care?
When will this treasure be sent, and how come you know so much of these matters?
I am but the humble servant of the Queen, as is the Lady Marian. Though Lady Marian is well, I shall leave it to the lady how much you learn of her. As for the treasure, I must leave tomorrow and travel to York to learn what I can. I'll send warning of their departure date to you, though, through Lady Marian.
Then I will see more of her.
Indeed, you will. Here in town, she lives the role of a demure maiden. But in the forest,
She what?
You will learn what you will learn. Take this silver comb. When you give this to her, she'll know we have spoken, and that you have joined us to save the king. You will never seek her out in the town. Never! That is far too dangerous for the both of you. She'll await you in a sacred place, the Willow Grove upon the river, the place of the dream. I beg your pardon? Nothing! Give me the queen. Shut up! I will seize this treasure in her name, and as much other ransom as I can raise beside. I haven't done anything with the shoe. Bless you, and Godspeed you on your mission.
I guess I go to the Grove. I don't want to be wearing this anymore. Do people make fun of you by calling you Lobbler? And is it rude of me to even ask? Because yes, obviously they do. Bye. Not really sure where to go. I might just wander around Nottingham for a bit. It's very pretty. Let's go to the pub. Oh, this is horrible, but yeah, I'll go in here. It's quaint, I'll give it that. This looks more like a dungeon than a pub, but if you say so. What is that? Oh, I thought it's a bucket. I thought it was a single pint coming down from the ceiling.
Innkeep, pray tell rumours. What's going on in this land?
Have you no charity in your heart?
Aye, for those who deserve it.
Okay, never mind. Nobody likes the beggar.
The fire barely warms these cool rooms. A heavy iron door bars the way into a beer cellar.
I haven't been showing this off really throughout the game, but everything in this image has a text associated with it. This lantern, this table, this knight, this door,
the wall itself. These rooms were made by enlarging natural caves within the sandstone bluff.
The fire, the fireplace, the casks, everything, the bar. There's a lot of work that's got into this. I can see why it's not voiced. It would take days to get through it all.
Hello, sir.
This sheriff's man has the look of an experienced fighter. Shoot him.
Charity, good sir. Charity for the wretched and afflicted.
I'll show you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ow, my tummy and or genitals. All right, bye. Jesus Christ. Speaking of, it looks as if it's partially under construction.
Have ye charity for a poor old beggar? A dry crust of bread or a bowl of soup?
There's nothing for you here. Be on your way.
You're literally meant to be for that. I know you're not, but you're meant to be. There are some nice monks, I'm sure. Everybody likes the Franciscans, right? I don't know if they'd be as opulent. Maybe they would, because it depends on the time.
I hurried eagerly to my camp as night fell. I had much to tell my men, but in truth, I was most eager of all to rid myself of the beggar's accursed rags and to stand up straight again. You didn't need the hump. I'm just gonna say that. That was your choice.
Phew! The stench of those burning rags does nothing to improve my digestion.
Why didn't you keep them? You could wash them, you know, and use them as a disguise again. You could go, oh, it's that beggar again.
Perhaps I should have saved the beggar's guard instead of burning it.
Yes, you should have.
Though it was falling apart already. Nay, I'm glad to see it burn. I swear, in one day of wearing those tatters, I've gained 1,000 flea bites.
Tell us again of this treasure. Comes down Watling Street? When? And how will it be guarded?
Lob must learn all this and pass the information to us when the time is right. Our chance to serve the king will come. Nor will I count only upon this treasure. I'll gather other ransom by whatever means I can.
Like, if we need 100,000, half is guaranteed with that treasure. We need 50,000 more?
You pursue 2 treasures, eh, master? For on the morrow you may at last exchange more than a fleeting word with this dream maiden of yours.
Aye, and though I love my king, I shall not say which treasure I pursue with more eagerness. Lads.
As another day. I don't know what day we're on now. Day like 4 or 5, something like that. I'm gonna go straight to that willow tree. Oh, who are you? Are you Will Scarlet? You do have red hair.
All's quiet. John might be at the Overlook. I'll be about if you need me.
Are you getting more depressed? I'm going to go to the spooky magic tree. There we are. Hello.
Bring no weapons into this sacred place.
I was putting them down, Christ.
If you wish it, my lady, I will gladly lay them down. I'm most pleased to see you again. I beg you to stay longer this time. That will depend upon you, for I've yet to decide if I may fully trust you.
I've got a special silver comb. How about now?
So, you have spoken to Lob. He wouldn't have given you this token unless you'd agreed to join us. Marian, I love my king as well as any loyal subject. I'll do everything in my power to save him, and to raise as much ransom as I can. Seizing the stolen treasure that Prince John sends to the abbot will be more than enough. Of course, sweet lady, but you'll not begrudge me the thought of raising more, if the means presents itself.
You greedy boy.
I like not that you think only of stealing. You wound me. I steal only from those corrupted curs who grow fat upon the suffering of others. Then, noble Robin, I beg your pardon, and urge you to be a wolf among curs, that we may save a lion.
Oh, I hate these people. This might work better if you're English.
But now I must speak more seriously. The prince suspects that we move against him. He has many spies watching the queen, and those who serve her, so we must act with great caution. What do you know of the monks from the fens, such as the one who attacked me? Little enough, save for that one deed alone they've earned my hatred. They're hand-picked men who serve Prince John. John has bidden them to form a monastic order to cover their true dealings on his behalf. Already they've stolen an object that is vital to my plans. I must have it back before we can make another move. A simple scroll upon which is drawn the outline of a hand.
You're an evil wizard. You're magic.
This is of such import that we must have it? I wouldn't ask it otherwise. Then I'll fetch it back for you. I cannot tell you how glad you make me, for I despaired of ever finding a way.
Glad enough to reward me with a kiss?
Perhaps. When you've earned one. When you have the hand scroll, return here and I'll be waiting.
Ooh.
She is the most beautiful woman I have ever beheld.
Clearly you've never played Twilight Princess. Bye, Marian.
Oh! The sheriff's man has captured yet another hungry man who was forced to poach. The king's deer let his family starve. Go down!
Save him! Do whatever, I don't know. Shoot him! You shoot everybody else!
I would know why this man is bound.
It's none of your affair, but he's a poacher.
Pra, I know you. You're Robin Hood. Show this bully behind me who's the truest master of Sherwood Forest.
Your voice changed hard throughout that.
Shut up, you, or I'll kill you now and save myself a lot of trouble.
Guess who's gonna get shot, friend?
Yay!
By the Virgin, that was masterly shooting.
Are you turning into an alien? Hold still, fellow. I'll have you untied in a thrice.
I will, believe me. What shooting? I'll never forget this day. I thank you heartily. Is it safe to return for my deer?
Best not return. We know better how to smuggle such a thing close to town.
Merry men! He's so showy. You can see why there's so many parodies of this man.
Lads, this fellow's had a lucky day, saved from a poacher's fate. Will some of you now help him bring his deer to his family?
What of this other carrion?
Though he scarcely deserves it, bring a shroud and bury him.
You didn't do that for the last guy.
Tis the only Christian thing to do.
You haven't done that with 2 previous bodies.
Fie, he's on his way to Hades anyway. Well, leave it to us.
Thank you again. I can't wait to tell my wife. Yeah.
Call him.
Supper was a ribald affair. The lads pressed me shamelessly to tell all. That was the day? One of the very few things I know about this game is that it takes place over about 2 weeks. We're already on like day 5 or 6.
Well, treasure seeker, you've been uncommon quiet upon the lady's virtues, now that you've truly met her.
You've told us of this mission you must undertake, and the odd scroll she wants you to find.
But of Marian herself, you say nothing.
Perhaps he knows you'd wrap it up into some bit of bawdy nonsense, using song and lute to torment us, as you do each night.
Why, you pizzle-nosed wretch!
That's a bit rude.
I could sing the angels down from the heavens!
And the skirts over a wench's head.
Yet for all my skill, I could not charm a maid to glance twice at you, and you eaten with envy at my boyish looks and honeyed voice.
Of a beardless bardlin who crows like a scrawny rooster.
Cease, lads. If I say naught of Marian, 'tis only because words fail me. She is beauty beyond poem or song. Whatever she asks, I will do.
Odds blood, it sounds serious, lads. Old Robin is well and truly smitten. Toast to your mission then, with all the rewards that success may bring.
He's talking about Marian the same way I talk about Toriel from Undertale. I think that's where I'm gonna call it. I'm really enjoying this game. This is really good. It's very reedy. That's not really a word, at least in the way I mean it. It's very dialogue heavy, and I have to read all of it, so it's a little bit tiresome. The writing's good, it's enjoyable. Graphics look beautiful. I mean, it's very basic, but it looks so pretty. Look how pretty this cave looks, even. As I scroll through the manual while I'm doing this outro and the hint book that I have open beside it, it seems like there is multiple ways to go through this game. I could have just let some of those people die, and you could have just continued on. Very interesting. I like it quite a bit. It seems way less brutal than the stereotypical Sierra games of their day. The music's good, the characters are fun. I'm genuinely enjoying myself. I might finish this. I don't know if it'll be on video. I suppose, honestly, it depends on how well the video does. But I would heartily recommend this. It's on GOG for nothing. Go buy it. It's really good. Seems like it's got some replay value. It doesn't seem like it's that long a game. I think I'm probably already about 1/3 of the way through the game. A lot of this was spent stumbling around. I've been recording for probably about 2 and a bit hours. For me, that's pretty good. I don't really know what else I can say about it. Like, normally I offer a little bit of a first impressions review as an outro. This is just really solid. There's nothing bad I can say about it. I wish it had voice acting, who doesn't? And it seems to have reset my speed when I reloaded the game once. But other than that, it's just a nice time. Apparently, there is arcade sections in this game, a bit like the shooting with the targets earlier. There's even a little thing here where you can manually adjust the difficulty of the arcade sections. So by default, they're like here. It feels nice and casual. There seems to be board games and stuff like that. Like, there's side quests in this game, I think. Which is cool. I don't think I've encountered any of them, because I've stumbled across the plot points. But seems very full-featured and nice for 1991. I've really enjoyed myself. I know I'm gushing, which never happens in these videos. Normally, I'm very mixed on the games I play. I am a big fan of adventure games. An adventure game from the early 90s that doesn't seem to punish you and soft-lock you and make you go through endless mazes, other than the forest, is really refreshing and nice. Because it means it's so accessible. I think adventure games can be one of the most accessible genres of gaming. It's the genre of game I would recommend to people who don't think they like video games, because you don't generally need the same skills. It's all narrative. And when it's good like this, it's really good. Also, I never gave her this, and as I'm looking at as I glanced through the hint guide for the previous days, I see that they recommend giving her this. So that's probably another ending unlocked already. Might go different if I haven't given her this emerald.
Top of the morning to you!
Where's Tuck? Is there no breakfast?
He's gone off to visit the widow. Yet again. He claims he's only interested in her wool, but I suspect he's doing a bit of wool gathering, if you know what I mean.
I'm the one who's going to make the jokes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You can like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And if you really enjoyed yourself and you liked other videos, you can become a member for just €1 a month. It gives you access to weekly extra videos, which are short but also fun, on even older and more obscure games. I also stream on Twitch 3 to 4 times a week. I'm on Blue Sky. I have a Discord. All of these links will be in the description, along with the link to the game. It's a nice thing to look at. Regardless of what you do, thank you so much once again for watching. and I hope to see you for the next one.
Bye!